Hi, friends. Welcome to Socially Distant. It's hard to believe, but yes, I'm Brian Noonan. I think the week is starting to wind down, and if that isn't just misinformation being peddled by Russian bots, calendar deniers, or one of the many medical, constitutional, or infectious disease experts that have popped up on social media, I would be remiss if I didn't take the opportunity to salute two groups of people that are being honored this week. Now, there are plenty of professions that deserve to be honored, but I don't have time to single them all out today. I've got important things to do, like, well, that's really none of your concern. You'll just have to take my word for it. What? Are you calling me a liar? Oh, watch yourself, pal. Okay, sorry. Let's put that aside for now and move on, but rest assured, I will not forget this slight on my character. All right, moving on. We're in the midst of National Nurses Week and Teacher Appreciation Week. Now, let's put aside the fact that these two honors have been shoehorned into the same 7 days. I think we can all agree that both of these groups deserve separate weeks to have praise and gratitude showered upon them, but hey, I'm not in charge of the fake holiday calendar. Nurses have been thrust into the spotlight over the last few months thanks to COVID-19 and the fact that they're on the front line of the healthcare crisis, trying to help people despite the lack of proper equipment, long hours, and idiots who claim that the work nurses and doctors are doing are on a fake crisis. It's great that nurses are getting their due now, and I'm sure they get props at other times, but most of us who don't know nurses personally don't think too much about them until we're actually in their presence. Nursing is a calling I definitely could not have answered. The patience and compassion they need to exhibit on a daily basis elude me. Now, I'm empathetic to a small degree, but I draw the line at having to empty strangers' bedpans, exposing myself to highly contagious viruses, and having to deal with doctors getting the credit for everything we do. That would be way too much for me to bear. So thanks, nurses. I do appreciate you. Teachers' stock is rising during the pandemic too. Suddenly, people who are used to dropping their kids off at school in the morning and not really thinking about their education until the report cards come out are having to run at-home classrooms and are realizing what a tough gig teaching really is. Let's be honest. For every one kid who is smart, curious, and respectful, there are a few little jerks in every classroom that make it a constant challenge. Now, full disclosure, I'm the son of educators and I substitute teach, so I am admittedly biased. But teachers are a special breed of human. They voluntarily take on one of the biggest responsibilities in society, namely educating future generations. And if you don't believe that, talk to some really stupid people, and you'll realize how important teachers should be. It's true. In some cases, they're not only teachers, but they're counselors, friends, and surrogate parents. They do all this while constantly having to fight for fair wages, budgets that cover needed supplies, and the feeling from some ill-informed folks that they are coddled and should just shut up because they have summers off. Right. I'm not going to spend time today rallying for teachers' pay, respect, or unlimited treats in the lounge, but just know that those are all issues worth fighting for. Now, normally at my school, Teacher Appreciation Week is highlighted by copious amounts of treats and lunches provided by the principal, the district, and the PTA. This year, all the dedicated teachers I know are being forced to make it through the week getting their own food. How sad it must be. They're also missing out on the myriad of small gifts that they usually get this week. I don't know how they're going to survive without the countless world's greatest teacher knickknacks. Now, let's clarify. I appreciate that sentiment, world's greatest teacher, but we know there can only be one greatest teacher. You know how I know that? I learned it from one of my English teachers during a grammar lesson. No matter who you are, you've had teachers. Some made a positive impact. Some were extra tough. And some were people that, quite frankly, you were glad you never had to see again. No matter who they were, though, they did make an impact on your life. The best teachers impart lessons that go beyond the books and tests. They're the ones who have lasting effects on our lives. We're lucky if we're exposed to one of those teachers in our lifetime. Most of us, though, have been blessed to have a few of those people come into our lives, and we always remember them. There's a popular message slapped on many teacher gifts and inspirational memes that says, it takes a big heart to help shape little minds. That's very true. So personally, I want to thank all my teachers. I know I made your lives tough a lot of the time, but I wouldn't be able to write, calculate the tip on my bar tab, or fill in tiny circles with a number 2 pencil without you. So for all those skills and many more, thank you so much. Seriously, teachers, you're the best. I'm going to put my head on my desk now and think about what I've done. And also be very, very grateful that there are other people who are willing to be trained and practice putting in catheters. Until next time, stay home, stay safe, stay appreciative, and as always, stay socially distant. Happy National Nurses Week. Happy Teacher Appreciation Week. Bye.